Hello, thank you for watching. My name is A.T. Holt. I'm with KESHANDE Technology, and I'm speaking with you today about the 5 basic elements of building a website. Okay, the first element to website design is establishing your domain name. Generally, this is your company name, but it's not limited to that. It can also be a product, a service, a brand, or it could be a marketing idea, concept, or a short phrase. Now, when registering a domain name, it's offered in annual renewals. It could be 1 year, 3 year, 5 years, 10 years down the line. You can purchase as many years as you need. But I will tell you, the more years you purchase for the registration of your domain name, the better your ranking will be in the search engine. Now, the second element to building a website is establishing your hosting account. Not in all cases does your hosting account need to be the same place that you registered your domain, but most commonly that's what happens. Now, your hosting account is the space where all of your files for your website, all your data and information, they're all housed in order for people to see them and access it when they go to your web address. Now, the third element to building an effective website, notice I said effective, is the design and layout. This is probably the most exciting part of building a website because it's the first thing we think about. What did it look like? Is it appealing? Did it capture my attention? Did it keep my attention? Now, these are good things, but there is a point to where you can overdo it or not do enough. Now, while animation is really cool, there are some nice effects out there, it may not be always necessary to have lasers shoot your business name out and then explode and turn into butterflies. Then again, on the other side, you don't want to be too strict and minimalistic and just black and white text with a plethora of information that's pretty much boring. You want to find a nice balance. In finding that balance, you want to make sure that your site is easy to navigate. When they click the buttons, they can easily get to the information they want to get to. You want to make sure that the content on each page is large enough to read, not too large, but large enough to read, and has enough spacing between the paragraphs to where it's comfortable on the human eye. You want to make sure that your site is designed with the idea of how the human eye works. Keeping these things in mind when designing your website will cause you to have a more effective website and will increase and improve the user experience. The fourth element to building your website is development. Now, this may be a little technical, but it deals with the nuts and bolts of how your website functions. In other words, when someone clicks a link to navigate to another page in your site, you want to make sure that they don't get an error that says the file is not found. You want to make sure that when someone submits information on a contact form, that information actually gets to you. You also want to make sure that if you have an advanced site with a login, username, and password, that authentication method actually works. So development deals with building all of those back-end processes and putting them in place to make sure that information is dynamically pulled, to make sure that all of the links actually work, they're not broken or dead links, and to make sure that any data that's being transferred is successfully transferred to and from. Okay, we've been through 4 basic elements of building a website. You've registered your domain, you've established a hosting account, you've designed your site, and you put development in place to make sure it functions. Now your website is a living, breathing engine. And this brings me to the 5th basic element of building a website, and that is maintenance. Maintenance is important because things change over time. Information changes, it needs to change on your website. Products and service offerings change, it needs to be reflected on your website. Your marketing trends and social media changes. As well, that needs to be mirrored on your website. Okay, we've just covered the 5 basic elements of building a website, and I hope this information has been helpful for those of you who are just getting started. I want to thank you for your time once again for watching. I am A.T. Holt with KESHANDE Technology. Creativity, technology, innovation.